Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of the Nerdient podcast. I am Mike Olson. A quick introduction to today's episode. So, yesterday when we were going to record, happened to be the same day that our governor in the state of Michigan decided to put our stay-at-home executive order into place. So, that caused a little bit of chaos in Rob's life. He had to take care of some things, so he was not able to join us for our second episode. So I have something different instead today. It goes back a few days after our first episode. An old friend of mine, QJ, called me up and just told me how he liked the episode. And then a couple days after that, he called me again and said, hey, I kind of wrote this rap song, and it's the first time I've written a rap song in I think about 20 years. And it's kind of about what's going on. And do you think I could just kind of get online and share it with you? And so we did that, and I turned that into our second episode, and as I think you'll see, it turned into something kind of special. So here we go. Thanks for listening again. All right, what's up, man? Here we are.
Just hanging out.
Yeah? All right. Yeah. Hey, Q, tell me who you are.
My name is Quinton Mays. I'm a long-time friend of this character on the other end of the mic, whose name is Mike Olson, and we're getting together to chit-chat about this, that, and the other thing.
How long? Okay, so we started hanging out in 10th grade, 11th grade? Yeah, 11th grade. Or even
I remember you came over to my mom's house for one of the formals, and it was Camaro City with you, Knutson, and I all lined up out in the driveway.
Oh, yeah? Hey,
it had to be.
Knutson called me earlier. I wasn't able to. I was busy working, so I'm going to call him back later. But anyway, yeah, Camaro City, right? And then Preston had that. What was that? He had that.
He had a Firebird.
That Formula 350.
Yeah, it really pissed me off because I bought my car, which was red, and I paid my own cash for it, and it was cool with T-tops and all that. And then his grandma gave him that.
Right. So you bought that during your senior year or right after?
It might have been just before. I'm thinking the end of the junior year. Yeah, you're on target.
So. Yeah, in essence, you worked, because Q, before I even knew, you've been working your whole life since you were, how young when you started huffing jobs for your dad or in the neighborhood or cutting grass, whatever it was?
I used to ride the school bus downtown to get with my dad. It must have been, oh golly, 6th grade, 7th grade, right. And I'd sweep floors and clean toilets. Man, that was horrible, but right. I did it.
Right, because I remember, that's right, I remember once we became friends, you just tell me about your life, and I would know that you always saved your money and always worked. What would you do during the summer? Work for your dad, right?
Yeah, that's all I did.
That's all you did. For my dad. Right. And so all that hard work all your life, and then I remember, because your Camaro was sweet, man. I remember your car. And yeah, so you worked really hard for many years and paid cash for that car. And then, yeah, well, Preston just had one handed to him.
Well, there was my dad. I think the deal was he's like, all you kids get a couple of grand towards your first car. And I was well, right. I don't want to buy or drive a Groover. I want this sweet right. rig. I'm like, I want this $8,000 Camaro or something. He's like, well, good luck with that. You figure it out.
Right. So you did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, put a kicker box in the back.
The killer stereo.
Yeah, probably still deaf or getting deafer because of it. And I'm sure I polluted your eardrums a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Didn't matter. You always had the best stereo, right?
I do remember having a Pioneer tape deck, and at the time it was the deal because you could rewind or fast forward and listen to the radio. I was like, yes, that was the deal.
So, and then we were talking about this on the phone earlier this week. That kind of ties into some of your early musical tastes, especially rap, right?
Yes, sir. back in, oh golly, prior to that, when you and I crossed paths in, say, 10th grade, a few years earlier, our buddy Heafy and his brother Bill introduced us to rap, the pioneers, Run DMC, Sugar Hill, LL Cool J, all that. And then I believe you were in on the crew when we went to go see a concert downtown, which was Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, Houdini, LL Cool J, Timex Social Club. And holy cow, what an ordeal that was.
Yeah.
We were all troublemakers going to see that.
Was that in Grand Rapids?
I was at the DeVos maybe or something downtown. Yeah.
Somewhere downtown, yeah.
Does that spark something in your mind?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Craziness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. So now we were talking the other day, and do you want to play me your song or tell me about your song that you wrote?
Boy, I could sure. It's I can attempt to tell you what happened.
Okay, so let me tell this, a little backstory, a little bit, tiny bit is, Q called me after our first episode of our podcast, and he was like, "Hey, it was great," and we started talking. And then he called me again, and you're like, "Hey, I wrote a rap song." I'm like, "Sweet. Well, why don't you show it to me?" So that's kind of how we got here, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Saturday, a couple nights ago, I don't know, it's like 11 o'clock. I'm sitting around just hanging out, and I started to put pen to paper about what was on my mind, what's going on in my life and around us. And my wife was gone. She'd been out of town for a few days. Had that on my mind too. So I just, like I said, I put pen to paper and wrote about everything that goes on. And I came up with 5 pages. I don't know how we'll be able to explain it to you or say it or attempt to rap it to you, but I could sure try.
Yeah, if you want to. Go for it, man.
Okay, this is what I call Q's Crisis Clues. Obviously, my name is Quinton. A lot of people call me Q. If ever I were to be a rapper, I would coin myself or name myself Quick Q.
Quick Q.
So it's
nice.
As funny as that may sound. So here I go. I'm gonna give it a whirl. Like I said, I'm sure there'll be a few blunders, but we'll see what happens. Here we go. It says, "I'm just a person. I'm just a man. I don't know what the future holds in its hand. I trust in God because he has a plan. I go to work every day because I can. I operate at a food company giving all I can. The U.S. needs food, and I understand. Being in the front line is fine. I'm doing my part so others don't have to wait in line. I get up every day and put a smile on my face, knowing that the world is a great place. I reach out to my buddies and try to put a grin in place. Easing their pain makes me feel like I'm winning the race. I love my wife, even though I haven't been able to say it to her face. She will be in my arms again soon. I know this as I seek her out like a detective looking for a trace. This is the situation that's happening around us seems dim and grim, but I know we will prevail. From beginning to end, all I feel is good, new and not stale. Spring is in the air and people are good and they care. I see positive and the light. Birds are chirping and in mid-flight. I'm going about my business, cleaning and doing chores. I might even have a bonfire and make some s'mores. I continue to do things that I like. I will look at my snowmobile and probably get out my bike. I can go for a ride and clear my mind. Then I know that I can try to remind myself that I will be fine. As long as I do what I do, you know that you can call me Quick Q. I'm just a dude who you can relate to. I'm a black and white guy who knows how to get through. This is the second rap that I've ever written. I hope it's as meaningful to you as the state I live in. I live in a state that we call a peninsula, or many refer to the lower as a mitten. Yes, I live in Michigan. I love to ride my snowmobile on and off trail. This is what I do without fail. I will anticipate next winter, one season at a time. Those around me will be able to be fine. I'm just a rookie when it comes to writing a rhyme. I have been blessed for 50 years, and maybe I should have a glass of wine. Many folks around me are struggling to make a dime. Some live paycheck to paycheck, and that's fine. I'm going to try to spread the word that people are good and it's our time to shine. We will make it through this pandemic virus and all relying. It's going to be a struggle, but we have strength in numbers and we can snuggle. And with the ones we love, knowing our distance, keeping our distance while we work, interact, and grow up. Looking after our parents as we did, we remember the first day that they got us to the bus. We looked at them and we took their hand. Now it's up to us to look after them with a day-to-day plan. Sometimes we just want to say, hey man, what do I have to do to get by? But I know what it takes is that I have to try. Live my life, and I know that someday I will die. But now I'm not going to cry. I just hold my head up high. I'm going to do what I do, helping others get by. My sister and brother, I love as much as my mom. They are my rocks. They are the bomb. My dad passed away. He's in a better place. Man, I wish I could sit with him and look him in the face. We could sit down and have a beer. Unfortunately, I can't because he's in heaven, but that's okay because he can go to Subway or 7-Eleven. I'm sure the Lord has many of those in his place. Yes, the roads are paved with gold where our loved ones go when they pass, young or old. Any situation that you come across is trying, even when you may not even get along with your boss. I don't know how to wrap it up, but man, it's good to see the neighbors out walking their pup. The positive vibes that I hear near and far makes me want to go out for a ride in my car. I may go out to the beach and realize that good is easy to reach. All you have to do is stay focused and pray, because I know in my heart tomorrow is going to be a better day. I just want to say we will get through this COVID-19 ordeal. Unfortunately, it is real. Tell your friends to smile, and it will be back to normal in a while. This is Quick Q saying, I will be writing with style. God is good. God is great. I will put my rhymes to paper here and try to state what I can to help others come up with a plan. Peace to all, and get up if you fall. The end.
Quick Q, you can rap on my podcast anytime. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
I think I botched it, man. I don't know.
No, that was beautiful.
Thanks.
Lovely words, man. That was great.
I don't know. Escape from the Heart. It was easy. It took me about 45 minutes to come up with that.
Yeah.
Here's your notes. It's just, like I said, I don't know. Pen to paper. It's the second time I did that. I did it when I was 18 when I was in college. I tried to write something up, but that was more like I think I can use this to be like a chick getter or something. And I never produced, if you will, like this.
Yeah. That's great, man. I think you keep writing, dude. Absolutely keep writing. Right? You want to wrap anything on my podcast? Anytime, man. All right?
We'll see how it goes when I watch it back to see how I did.
Yeah? Yeah. Well, it's great to see your face, man. Seriously.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah, absolutely. Q, I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Thanks for having me, Mike. I appreciate you letting me share what I had. And I hope maybe I could touch one or two people out there.
I think you will, man. All right. Thanks.
Right on.